Hello, YouTube, and I think I'm gonna put this on my Instagram. I'm so used to putting everything on YouTube, but I be forgetting I have an Instagram too. But how are you doing? How are you doing? It is hot outside, like mucho caliente. Like, honestly, everybody got on sneakers. Wear your sandals. Everybody got on jeans and leggings. Wear your shorts. It's that type of weather, guys. Like, for real, it is hot. Like, it's not very hot, but you could wear your short sleeves, and I'm sweating, like, literally, you know. Ladies, you know, that time, I hate this time of year because, you know, chest be sweating. Like, I hate that, but it's definitely that time of year, guys, and it's nice and warm, and it's time to look cute. You know, the cute outfits and the cute weather, you know, stuff like that. But I just wanted to talk about how people take their job so seriously. It's like, for me personally, I'm always asking to speak to a manager, supervisor, whatever, and you know, I'm really good with that. But today I was just kind of, I guess because I wanted to walk, you know, so basically, long story short, my son got accepted to SYEP, and they're asking for proof of address, which I have no problem with that. So he gives them that, and they saying it gotta be 6 months or less. When I did SYEP, it wasn't all of the extra. So I called the lady. Luckily, it was a number, thank God, because a lot of these jobs, you can't call nobody. So I called the lady, I left a message, no answer. So something said call again. So I called again, and she's like, oh, do you have a bank statement? I was like, what do my bank statement got to do with my child? Like, this is for a 14-year-old that wants a summer job. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I said it to her I said, miss, it doesn't make sense. You're not making sense. She's like, well, that's the requirements. It have to be 6 months or less. Yeah, but as long as I'm like, yo, I'm 34. I've been working my whole adult life since I was 18. I've never heard of, they always ask for current address because they have to pay you. But why does it have to be 6 months or less? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So she was like, oh, bank statement, just make sure you block out your personal info. I'm like, okay, cool. I get to the bank, right? And I didn't realize that my learner's permit expired. It expired this year on my birthday, March 12th. So I get to the bank, the dude is like, oh, I can't give you a bank statement because your permit is expired. I started to ask to speak to a manager, but I'm like, yo, it's a nice day. Like, I'm not trying to argue today. Like, I'm just, like, I'm in a good mood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in a good mood, you know, because that's what I normally do. Normal Crystal on a normal day. Can I speak to your manager? Because that doesn't make sense to me. You're on the computer. As you can see, I live at such and such, and it's the same address on the ID. So common sense, that tells you that that's my real address, right? Why are you so worried about my learner's permit being expired? Like, what does that have to do with you? So I'm like, you know, I live close in the area. I'm like, whatever. I knew not to go back to him. He was like, oh, you don't got to step in line. Just come back to me. I said, nah, you good. When I came back to the bank, I went to a lady because I had a feeling that if I went back to him, he would have made up another excuse why I can't get my bank statement. And I'm like, God, why is there people like that in the world that just love being extra? Like, I don't get it. You know, I'm not extra. I've never been extra in any job I've ever had. I did security. I'm a para. Cut people some slack. Like, is it gonna hurt you? Is you know what I'm saying? I don't get people. Yes, do your job. I would never tell nobody don't do your job. But why are there people who have a job and just want to be extra? Why would you tell me go all the way? He's like, oh, do you have another ID on you? I said, not on me. I got to go back home. So right then and there, he should have been like, nah, you ain't got to go back home. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, on a normal day, I would have been like, let me speak to your manager, because if I'm like, and then the people with glasses kill me because they can't see nothing. This nigga had on glasses, and I'm like, bro, you see my address on the computer. It's the same address on the ID card. What's the problem? You so obsessed with the fact that my permit is expired. Like, get your, like, I'm like, you know what? I'll just walk back home because I live up the block. It's a nice day. Like, it's nice outside. I'm not going to be stressed out. I refuse to let the devil get to me. So that's my saying for today. Don't let the devil get to you. I was like, you know what? Because on a normal day, I would ask to speak to somebody's supervisor or manager. I do it all the time. Like, you're not making sense to me. Let me speak to your manager. How does that make sense? You're looking at my address on the computer and you see it's the same address on the ID card. So obviously I live there, right? So that's all that should matter is proof of address. Oh, nah, your thing is expired. This a permit? Yes, it's a permit. What's wrong with... So now you looking at me sideways because I got a permit. So what if I got a permit? So what? So what? You got your license, congratulations. We don't all have our license. Like, so now you putting your personal feelings into your job. Like, no. You know, so I think what he thought is, oh, this can't be right. Permit. And he looking at my birthday, 89. Nah. Like, that, do your job. No, look at the computer and look at my ID and you see it's the same thing. Boom. That's it. You know, but that's the word for today. The weather's getting warmer, so people are gonna be more extra. Something about the warm weather. People want to argue, fuss, and fight. I'm not with it. Like, I try to diffuse, you know, and I'm not gonna say when I was younger, but just my normal personality. I fight. I'm always fighting. I'm always I'm always arguing. I'm always manager, please, manager. No, we not doing that. I'm like, you know what? I'll just move on or whatever you say. Boom, you got it. You win. That's what type of time I'm on now. You win, bro. You win. And I'm not going to come to your window. I'm going to go to your coworker. And the whole time I was talking to his coworker, he looking at both of us. Like, why are you so upset? Like, what? He's just being extra. Like, you staring at me like I did something wrong. So what if I went to your coworker window? Why do you care? Like, people just so miserable for no reason. I just wanted to share that. I'm like, nah, don't let the devil steal your joy, folks. It's nice outside. Enjoy the nice weather.